Hi, Ali from Ali Stitch Fingers here, and today I'm going to show you how to make this frame bag. It has been around for a couple of years and I've finally got around to showing you the video. It has got little bag feet and some plastic bottom mesh in the bottom. It's got faux leather and it's got a little tuck lock, and when you undo that it's got a frame. So this is my actual bag and I'm going to show you how to put this together. So to start off, I have done a little bit of prep and I will quickly just run through what I've done. I've interfaced the back of the faux leather. Now when you do this, be careful. I always use a pressing cloth because if you put the iron directly on to the faux leather, it will stick to your iron and make a nice mess of your iron. So do that very carefully with a pressing cloth. And I have turned over, it's about just over 1 centimetre seam and top stitched along there. On the main part of the bag I have interfaced the main fabric, as you can see here, and I have put some wadding onto the lining and just used a little bit of spray adhesive on there. The other stuff I will tell you as I do it. I've just dropped a bit on the floor. So to do the interfacing, basically you cut the interfacing to the shape as it says in the pattern and place it with the shiny side to the wrong side of the fabric. Place it onto your ironing pad or ironing board and hold your iron on it. Turn that up a little bit. Wrong way. Is it? No, that way. And wait until that fuses. Doesn't take too long. And there you've got your interfaced piece. So do that on the pieces that it tells you to do. It is quite a thick, this fabric, so it does take a little bit longer. So I will actually start with this piece here, and this is the part that you put the tuck lock onto. So we're going to lay that right side up and put the backing on there. I'm going to sew around the shape with about a 1 centimetre seam allowance. So what you need to do is to reverse at the beginning and end and just follow that around. I will actually put the walking foot on here because it is quite a thick fabric, so if you have a walking foot it would benefit from using that. Just careful around the corners, up to the top, and then take that out. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to clip these corners just to make it easier to turn.
Can you turn machine lights down?
And then turn that through. I will just see if I can turn the lights down on the machine because it's a bit bright. I think they are at the lowest, are they? That's my screen on. They are at the lowest. So I'm just pushing that through. If you've got one of these little creases, it sometimes helps to turn that in. Push that out, and I'm just going to give that a quick press. So you can top stitch that if you want to as well. For speed I'm not going to bother, but it does look nice if you top stitch. Which way does that need to go? That's it. Give that a nice press. If you press while you're doing your work, you will get a better result. There we go. So that's your little flap that your piece is going to go on. Right, so if we get all the bits ready and then we move on to the construction. I'm going to make the little patch pocket, if I can find the right piece. Is it that one? No, it's this one. So for this one, make sure that you're going to put it the right side. So we want to do all the way around and leave a little turning gap at the bottom. So backwards. Come on. to the corner. Stop with the needle down if you have that function on your machine. Reverse at the end and then take that out.
So bright.
I'm just clipping the corners so that you don't have too much bulk when you've turned that through. It does fray quite a bit, this fabric, because it is a jacquard. So turn this through and then give that a little press as well. And then we're going to do the zipped pocket. I prefer to get all the little components done and then do the construction.
Turn them lights off.
Poke those out. And just press that nice and flat. So you want to make sure that the fabric, if it's directional, is going the right way. So your pocket's not going to be upside down. So just turn that under so it's nice and level. Give that a press. When you sew your pocket into your lining, it will sew that opening up. Right, so the zip pocket, I've actually got a bit of this done, and basically you've got the lining, and I've cut a 2-inch strip off the middle bit, and I have zigzagged around it. So if you've got an overlocker, you can use that, or you can just zigzag all the way around just to prevent it from fraying. So I'm going to change to my zipper foot, and we're going to put the zip in. It's always nice to have a zip in your bags, just for security. Put my zip foot on. We're ready to go. Just move my needle over. Again, if you've got a directional fabric, make sure that you're going to do the fabric going the right way. And I'm just laying the zip right side together, and I'm going to stitch along this edge here. Oops. Machine didn't like that. I think it needs a good clean out. There we go. Switch all the way across. And take that out. Cut those threads off, so you can see you've got your zip going in there. Now I'm going to top stitch, so I'm going to turn it around so I don't have to move my needle. And do the same on the other part of the zip. So again, make sure the fabric's going in the right direction. Lay that onto the zip, right sides together, and stitch across the top of that one. Make sure you don't pull the zip on the end, because this is a zip on a roll. Keep the edges level. Take that out, and then we're going to top stitch down this edge as well. just going to trim off the zip ends there and at the other end there. Now we're going to just open that zip up slightly, put the lining piece on there, and I'm just going to clip this end to keep it together. So turn it over and now you can see where you need to stitch. Just get rid of these threads. And I'm going to sew all the way around, and that will make my pocket. Actually, I will take the foot off, put my normal foot back on. And now stitch all the way around. Actually, I'm going to start at the top because it doesn't matter about the top being enclosed, because we're going to put it into the bag. Yeah, into the bag lining. So leave the top open. Pivot at the bottom corner. Take off your clip. Sew over the zip. It is fine to do that. Reverse sew a little bit. Now just clip the bottom two corners and turn this through to the right side. So you can top stitch if you want to. For speed, I'm not going to, but I will give it a little press. And there you can see you've got your patch pocket with a zip. So just give that a quick press. There we go. Right, so now for the construction. What I'm going to do is, I've got my two pieces that are interfaced. I'm going to put them right sides together. And I'm going to sew across the bottom here. Put my walking foot back on. And stitch right across the bottom. Take that out. I'm now going to stitch down the sides. I'm going to leave this corner open because that is where we put the boxed bottom. Turn it over to the opposite side. You will take a lot more care than this. I'm doing it quickly so that I can get the video online. While I've got it here, I'm going to put my hand inside, open it out, and you can see that this makes the seams come together. So I'm going to put one seam one way and one seam the other, or you can open them both out and sew across that, and that gives you the nice boxy shape at the bottom of your bag. Put your hand inside again, get rid of all my bits of threads. Just open it out and repeat on the opposite side. Make sure you reverse stitch at the beginning and end just to give it a bit more strength. And that is your bag body done. So I'll put that to the side along with the two pockets and the flap. Now we need to make the little bits that hold the rings. So basically that's just your piece cut to the measurements on your pattern. We're going to fold in and just finger press. In fact, we might as well press it. We've got a 9 here. And fold in the same on the other side and press. And then bring the two sides together and top stitch. And you need to make 4 of these. I'm just going to repeat on the opposite side. And these are what hold the handles to the bag. So I've already done the others, and these are the last 2 here. Just trim off the excess. Right, so you get your D-rings. Keeping all my hardware in a little glass dish to keep them all together. Thread that through to the middle, fold those ends up, and then stitch across. Forward and reverse again, because this is going to take all the weight of all the things that us ladies put in our handbags. So again, repeat on that side. And then we need to do the strap, because you've got those 2 there, and what happens is you put the rings through the handle through the opposite side of the ring. And I've just realised I've made a mistake. I've not put my faux leather on the bag. I'll have to do a quick unpick. Right, so for the handle, we've got some wadding and sprayed some 505 or Crafter's Companion Stick and Stay for fabric on there, just down the middle, but left the 2-3 inches at the end. That is so that you've got a little bit of not so much bulk for turning. Put your lining to the opposite side and stitch all the way down. I think what I'll do, when I've got this strap done, I'll put the pockets on the lining, and then we'll have a break, and the rest of it will go into part 2, because I'll turn this handle through. So how I turn the handle through, but I won't do it while I'm filming because it'll take quite a long time, is just start it off like that, and then I use the these little forceps, and I put it inside, grab hold of some fabric, and then pull it through. Do that all the way down, but I won't bore you with that now. So for the actual pockets, we get the lining with the wadding on, and the patch one with the zip is going to go level with the top of that centrally, and we're just going to stitch across the top. If you wanted to, you could stitch it actually all the way around so it wouldn't move, but that's entirely up to yourself. So that is the pocket stitched on there. So if you wanted to, you could actually stitch all the way around. And for the other pocket, which is here, I'm going to sew this one centrally again, and I'm just doing it by eye, but if you want to measure it, please feel free to do that. And I'm going to put it a couple of inches below the top of the bag there, and I'm going to stitch across this piece, which is going to be the sew up the turning gap. So I'm going to first of all stitch quite close to the edge, pivoting at the corner. And then I'm going to stitch again about 5mm in to give a double row stitch in. Oops, don't run off, use your reverse button. So that is the patch pocket done. I will unpick them few stitches that it went crazy with. Right, so what I needed to do, so don't do this, I need to just unpick this and put the faux leather on the bottom. So I will do that in the next part of the video and show you what you should have done.